Hello everyone, in this video I shall be focusing on the detailed critical understanding and reading of the poem The Stone Goddess by Shri Aurobindo Ghosh. It's a sonnet. The Stone Goddess generically is a sonnet because you will find 14 lines are there, and it is very profound because Aurobindo's understanding of Vedantic philosophy is very much there, and here he talks about the unified identity, unified existence of divinity and humanity. So I will be discussing all the critical issues later, but first of all, let us read the text as it is and try to understand its simple meaning. Then we will go to the analytical section. The Stone Goddess. In a town of gods, housed in a little shrine. So he said, in a town of gods. Basically, Aurobindo wrote the poem after visiting a Kali temple somewhere in Madhya Pradesh. And now he said the place where he is visiting the shrine of the goddess, it is filled with other temples. So he said the town is filled with the images of the gods and temples. It is a sacred place. Housed in a little shrine. So he said, in a little shrine, a little temple, he found the statue of the goddess or the stone idol of the goddess. From sculptured limbs, the godhead looked at me. So when he went to the temple, when he was standing in front of the idol of the deity, he believed that the goddess is also looking at him. Sometimes it happens if you go to a temple and directly look at the eyes of the deity, you will feel that the goddess is also, or the god is also looking at you. So it is the same feeling. And now, as the goddess is looking at him, as he believes, he said, a living presence, deathless and divine, a form that harbored all infinity. He said, the goddess is a living presence. So the goddess is not an inert element. She is very much alive, vibrant with life. She is deathless. She is divine. A form means the idol or the entity of the goddess. So he said the goddess as an entity, as a form, harbored all infinity. So she is infinite. Here he talks about the true essence of the goddess, who is not only limited, restricted within the stone idol of the temple. Rather, she is a very unbound self. She is very vast. She is very infinite. So the stone image inside the temple is not only the signature of her presence in the cosmos. She is deathless, vast, divine, and infinite. The great world mother and her mighty will inhabited the earth's abysmal sleep. So the great world mother, he addresses the goddess Kali by the name the great world mother and her mighty will. Sometimes we say that the divine will is very powerful. Just the way he is saying the will of the goddess is very powerful. Inhabited the earth's abysmal sleep. Earth's abysmal sleep means into the dark recess of the earth, in the underground also the goddess is very much present. Here Aurobindo echoes the Vedantic philosophy, where we believe that the goddess is not only, or the god is not only the expression of a particular idol or an image inside a temple. Rather, the god or the goddess itself is a powerful presence who is present everywhere in the created universe. Voiceless, omnipotent, inscrutable, mute in the desert and the sky and deep. So he is explaining or exploring the true nature of divinity here. So he said the goddess is voiceless, she is omnipotent. Omnipotent means she is very powerful, and inscrutable, unfathomable. How she works, how her divine will works, we do not understand. Mute in the desert and the sky and deep. So he said the goddess is omnipresent. She is present everywhere. She is present in the desert, in the sky, in the underground also. Now veiled with mind, she dwells and speaks no word. Now he talks about the essential ignorance of human mind. See, mind is the most powerful thing. If you believe there is God, if your mind believes that there is God, there is divine presence, you will understand, you will feel her presence. But if you are an atheist or skeptic, if your mind gives you the idea that there is no God, you will not feel the divine presence near you. So he said, our mind is veiling, as if our mind is casting a shadow on our beliefs. Therefore, we sometimes when we do not believe in God, as we are being very skeptics, that time we believe she speaks no word. Goddess is very mute, very silent, and she has no power, voiceless, inscrutable, and omniscient. He again said, if you believe through your mind's eye that there is the strong divine presence in this universe, you will understand the goddess is silent, but she continuously works, and her will is very much unfathomable but very powerful, that is every day taking shape in our life. Hiding until our soul has seen, has heard the secret of a strange embodiment. So he said, the divinity is hiding within us. She is very much within our heart, and the divine and the created animals or the human beings, they are all the one. When we understand this, the unity between divinity and humanity, then we understand we are part of this divinity, and she is dwelling, she is residing within our heart, and it is a strange embodiment. Embodiment means manifestation, representation, and strange means very unique, very unfamiliar type of presence, I would say. One in the and the immobile shape, a beauty and mystery flesh or stone can drape. So he said finally, and that the worshipper, it means the followers of the goddess and the worshipped. Here, by the term immobile shape, he meant the stone idol of the goddess enshrined within the temple. So he said, the worshipper of the goddess and the worshipped. So the followers of the deity and the deity both are the same, as they share the close connection. They are intertwined with one another. A beauty and mystery flesh or stone can drape. So he said, she's a powerful, beautiful presence. She is a grand mystery of the universe, which a fleshy embodiment or a stone image cannot represent her. So we are finite beings, we are limited beings as a humans. Therefore, we always tend to replicate her presence within the stone idol. But she is beyond that. She is grand, vast, and unbound. So the magnanimity of her presence, the powerful divine presence in the entire universe, is defining what she is. And as a human being, when we will be able to understand her grand presence and her mighty will that is taking shape every moment in our life, then we will be able to understand who is divinity and how we are remaining connected. So this is the simple literal understanding of the poem, as it is very much philosophical, and I think I need to explain this so that you can understand what the poem is all about. Now let us focus on the critical ideas. What are the important critical understanding we can have out of this poem? First of all, Aurobindo in this poem talks about the essential unity between the divinity and humanity. It is a Vedantic philosophical understanding, because Vedanta believes that the absolute being is the Brahman. Brahman is the supreme consciousness or the Godhead, and the entire created universe, be it the living beings or the non-living beings, everything is part of the Brahman or the supreme consciousness. Therefore, divinity and humanity, divinity and the creation of the universe, both are very profoundly connected, and there is a strong connection. We cannot deny that. Therefore, divinity is residing within our hearts, within our soul. At the same time, we are part of divinity. Therefore, the God and the worshippers, they are not at all different. They are strongly connected. Second understanding is that we find the very strong belief on the Shakto assertion. Aurobindo himself was the worshipper of the Divine Mother whom we very famously call Shakti. So the worshipper of the Shakti is called Shakta. So Aurobindo himself proclaims his strong faith in the Shakta tradition of India, which is an age-old religious and spiritual understanding of Indian philosophy. Third of all, the poem talks about very symbolic understanding of our mind. He said the mind is the very crucial element who can make us feel the divine presence or who cannot make us feel the divine presence around us. He said if our mind is very much skeptic, if we are raising continuously questions about the divine presence within us, then our mind will cast its ominous shadow. Therefore, it will shatter our belief in divinity. But if we believe, if our mind believes that there is God, there is strong divine presence, and we are protected by the benevolent divine figure in this universe, then our mind makes us feel the presence of divinity in our life. So, mind is an important factor for the experience, because it is through our mind we elevate ourselves from the realm of materiality to the realm of the higher spiritual understanding. So this poem in a nutshell talks about a profound belief in Indic Shaktitantric philosophical assertion. Second of all, he continuously underlining the strong connection between divinity and humanity, so that we feel that we are not at all alienated from our creator, the divinity. Rather, we are part of this divinity and we are capable of doing so many things, so many majestic things. Therefore, the belief in divinity, the faith in divinity ensures that as human beings in this universe, we are capable of doing something great. And also, he talks about the essence of divinity, which is essentially informed by the Vedantic philosophical tradition. He said divinity is very powerful, invisible, unfathomable, but it is present everywhere, in the sky, in the ocean, at the same time in the underground. She is very much present, and the presence of this kind of powerful divine figure continuously reshapes and defines our life. So it is a profound belief, profound faith in Indic tradition of Godhead, and he celebrates his absolute faith into divinity, so that he can accept, he can espouse, he can celebrate the beauty of life as it is being designed and shaped by the powerful world mother whom he has addressed as Shakti. Hope the interpretation will be very helpful for all of you. If you find the video useful or informative, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, share my videos and stay updated. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.